Okay, I'm back with a vengeance. And let's see if the link works this time, if anyone comes in. Just have to wait and see. I'm at the same place. Okay, who just came in? Dan, is that you? Or is it somebody else? I've put the link in again for anyone who wants to join as a guest. On camera or the microphone or both. It's up to you. The decision is yours. I'm coming to you live from a very haunted alley. Alley Oxenfree. And why is it so haunted? It's probably because it's right next to these houses. And people used to live in them. And they're not alive anymore. So at least some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. That's probably what it is. And they're still hanging around near these houses. Probably why it's so haunted in here. I recorded a voice once, an EVP in this alley. I says, can you please tell me your name? And the bloke says, tell me your name. He repeated what I said, like trying to mock us or something. Being sarcastic, you know, like some of them are, I guess. They're not all friendly, I can assure you. I was further up the alley, though, from here. But I'm in a back alley, basically. Right, who's in here? Would you care to let us know who you are? By typing something or clicking on the guest live stream link thing. Hi, Richard. Does the link work now? I don't get it. What the hell's going on then? It was working when did it earlier? That's just great, that is. I don't know what happens if I click it. Show on stage. I wonder why it's not working then. Can't believe that. Oh, hang on. Guest. Here it is. It's working. Is it working? Oh, hang on a minute. There's something came up there. Something did come up there. Hang on. There's a guest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's a guest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, how you doing? Are you finally on here?
I think so.
Hello. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
So, whereabouts? Are you in the USA?
Yeah.
All right. So it finally worked then.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
All right. Yeah, New York. So it finally worked then.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. New York. Are you the one that said you live next to the mountains or something? Or in the mountains?
Oh, there's mountains all over. That's all New York is.
All right. Hang on, I'm going to try putting my headphones on a minute because I can't hear this very loud. Well, sorry, I thought you were having us on earlier.
That's all right.
Yeah.
No, YouTube is full of people doing that.
Yeah. So hang on a second. I'll just try and connect these headphones. There's put them on back to front, like helps you put them on the right way around. Hang on, I didn't have them on back to front. Oh, it's the right way. Missing the comments here. Right. Can you say something?
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Ah, sugar. The sound isn't coming through. It says it's connected, but the sound's not coming through. Oh, I know where it is. I didn't set the stream up for through a headset. I'll have to do it the other way. So many complications on these things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So how is it in New York at the minute? Is it dead hot?
Oh, yeah, it's like 100 degrees out.
All right. Yeah, same here. And hello to the guy from Russia. Is it Peter? No, I'm not gonna. There's some people trying to trick us in the chat, trying to get us to say bad words again. I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Oh, yeah, your little brother.
Yeah. I'm not saying that one. I fell for it the other night.
That's great.
Yeah, no. It's probably you know who. There's this girl, she keeps harassing us under fake names. Hang on a minute, where's the bloody one? Right. So did you say you wanted to get into paranormal investigating, but you couldn't afford the expensive equipment?
Oh, yeah, I thought it costed money. Well, I mean, I know for real stuff it costs money.
Yeah. Well, if you use that app, you know the app I told you about, the radio hack.
Yeah, I turned it on. My girlfriend told me to shut it off.
All right.
She wasn't
She
having
didn't like it. She didn't like the sound of it.
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
All right. Well, it does work sometimes. So if you keep trying it here and there, you know.
Yeah, I'll have to ride the 4-wheeler out somewhere and try it out sometime.
Hang on a minute. What Dan just say? I didn't catch that last word, Dan, because there's a dollar sign in the way of the last word on the sentence at the edge of the screen. It's stupid, this app. Puts the dollar sign over the text so you can't read it at the end of the sentence. Crazy that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not a forest, Peter. It's a back alley. It's next to some houses.
I thought you were in like a cemetery or something.
No, sometimes I'm in cemeteries, but just not tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I go in the dark. I prefer to go in the light and wait till it gets dark while I'm in there. Because going in the one round here in the dark is a bit daunting. It's massive, the place. Loads of trees and everything, you know what I mean? Anyone could be in there lurking. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful sometimes. Yeah. So do you watch any paranormal TV shows or anything, Richard?
I used to watch Taps a lot whenever it
Yeah.
first came out, but I mean, it hasn't been out in years. The Ghost Adventures, that was a good show.
Oh, yeah. The
With
trouble is with Ghost
Zach
Adventures, though, when they're faking some stuff and that here and there, they got caught out and stuff. Rumors flying around, you know.
Yeah, but it's not hard to get caught up in stuff like that with the real soft sciencey.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
Yeah,
proof behind it. There's no actual evidence. There's never been a real recording of something going on where somebody's been able to be like, that's a ghost. So
well, I have to disagree with you there because I've got lots of like stuff I've recorded and I'm under attack from these things. So I know it's real because I'm in pain every day and night.
right,
And,
I'm saying like there's people who could personally say like from their perspective like that it's a real thing and that it's affected them, but in like a way that you can document for other people to experience.
Yeah. Well, if you get the spirit box up and running and you use it a few times, you might see what I mean. You'll get people saying your name if you give them your name and stuff, and you'll find they ask you questions or maybe say names of places around where you live and stuff, things you might recognize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do get things starting to come through, and you think, well, how could that happen if there's not something else out there, you know.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to play around with.
Yeah. For example, on one of my recent videos on here, when I was in a cemetery, a voice came through saying, "I know you're on Facebook. We know you're on Facebook." You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? In English. And remember, that's just this. It just scans through Spanish radio stations. This was in English. Somebody says, "Shit's going down," like, you know, stuff like that. And somebody said something about their mother came to visit yesterday, like the grave.
Yeah.
You know? So, where's that coming from, you know? And sometimes you hear them having conversations with each other on the spirit box, like sentences. They're not crystal clear, but you can hear they're talking to each other, and you make out certain words within the sentences, and what have you.
You ever heard of Gettysburg?
Yeah, that was like a battlefield.
Yeah, me and my buddy Fonzie, we used to go over to Gettysburg whenever I was living in central Pennsylvania, and we'd play around, and that was whenever cell phones first started coming around. Though I'd download the spirit box thingies that were on there, and I'd try it out, and I never had any good success with it, so I just kind of gave up.
All right, well maybe you should try the radio hack one down there and see if you.
Yeah, I like that one. It seems a little bit more realistic. The other ones, it was just like weird screams that would come through and stuff like that. That just like seemed like it was meant to scare people.
The good thing about the radio hack one is it doesn't have all that background noise.
Yeah,
it just has mainly the voices coming through.
It's not grabbing constant frames.
Yeah, but make sure you set the camera recording on your phone. If you go in through the app, there's a button you can press and it records on the camera within the app. Or you can just use start the app first on the radio thing and then go to your camera app and then press record. And it'll record like that. But sometimes it crashes and you have to start it again. So it just depends. Yeah. Depends on your phone as well. Maybe my phone's just a bit crap. I don't know.
Sometimes that's it, man.
Yeah. It probably uses up quite a bit of memory with the camera running and the radio app scanning thing and all that, you know.
Yeah, them ad-driven apps, they mess up your phone a lot sometimes too.
Oh yeah. Make sure you don't accept the cookies when it comes up when you load the app in. Just click no, reject all or whatever it says. Because then you get stupid adverts coming on more and it messes it up. So, yeah. And you can get, also, Richard, you can get cheap night vision video cameras on eBay and Amazon. You know, police body cameras.
Yeah. Well, I want to get a thermal more than night vision or a both.
Well, you can get phones with them on, you know, as well.
I've always been really into thermal. I thought that showed a lot more evidence than anything else.
Yeah. You got to be careful with the thermal cameras because you can try and get one with the highest resolution. Because if you don't, if you go out in the dark with the thermal camera on and you point it at something like trees or a building and you're quite far away, it'll just come out as like nothing. You won't be able to see any detail of what you're looking at. So you need the highest resolution. I forget what the highest resolution is for a thermal, but if you get one that's got dead low resolution, like on my phone, I've got one like a rugged phone. It's got thermal camera. It's all right if you're standing right in front of a building, looking at the windows and the doors, you can see all the shapes and that.
Yeah.
But you turn it around, pointing at some trees, you can't even see what you're looking at. It's just the swirly colors all over the place. You think, what the hell is this?
It'll look like arms interlocking and stuff like that. And...
yeah, it's hopeless. So you can get some little ones that plug into your phone, like an adapter thing. And some of them are higher resolution. You just have to look at the resolution, look for the highest resolution, like compare each one.
Yeah.
And see which one's got the highest numbers on the resolution. But the thing is about if you plug them into your phone, what I was worried about is if you accidentally bash it with your hand or drop the phone, it'll knock the connection. You know, the little USB thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's 100 and something quid down the drain, you know what I mean? So that's what you got to be careful with. Especially if you're out in the dark. You often do drop things or catch things, fiddling with your bag in the dark, trying to get the torch on to see what you're doing and that. You know what I mean? Especially if you're by yourself. I forgot what the other one was called. It was a good one. It was only 100 and something quid or something. Between 100 and 200, something like that. Do you watch Franco TV?
What's that called?
Franco TV on YouTube. He's in America.
No, I don't think I've heard of it.
He goes in like mausoleums and cemeteries all the time. And he's good, but he fakes most of the stuff. But it's still good, even though it's fake. He's still in places where potentially real stuff could happen, but he tends to manipulate most of it.
Oh, Sam and Kobe. You ever heard of Sam and Kobe?
Yeah, they fake stuff as well, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they will. I'm sure it's all around. Everyone that's really gotten famous from it has had to fake something for it to make them.
Don't they do most of theirs with the bloody lights on as well? They're never in the dark hardly.
That, and they get the little porn star girls to go on there with them. And
do they? I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes. Like
that's where
the one I saw that had the lights on the whole time. They weren't even in the dark. They had bloody great bright lights on it. Yeah. I prefer to use the night vision when I'm doing that sort of stuff. That's why, when I do these live streams and it gets dark, I have to use a white light, or you'll not be able to see us, because I don't know how to set up the night vision on the live stream yet. But people can see you from a mile off, so it's a bit precarious, like for potentially dangerous people coming along because they can see your light. You know what I mean? You're sitting there in the dark by yourself, sitting like a sitting duck. Because I already nearly got murdered once a long time ago. So
you got murdered once? No, like a reading.
I nearly got murdered.
Did you have a reading?
Huh?
Did you have a reading that? You nearly got murdered. Okay.
Yeah, I was walking through a house in the state.
Like in a past life.
No. I was walking through a house in the state, and I bumped into this guy, and he turned out to be hostile. I think he was either on drugs or drink or something. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? My phone screen started dimming, like the screen was gonna go off. That doesn't usually happen. That's the first time that's happened all night. Yeah, he was strangling us, and then he was punching us in the head, and he knocked us on the ground. He was strangling us and punching us in the head.
Oh,
I managed to get away. Yeah. I was lucky to get away. Tell you that much.
Well, yeah, dude. Thank God you're still with us.
Yeah, cheers. And on that night, I was supposed to be going on a paranormal investigation in a castle, but I never got there, as you can imagine. So I was in the hospital instead.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
Getting beaten on by some stranger.
Yep, exactly. Wasn't too far away from my house either. So are you about 5 or 6 hours behind me, are you? So it must be about,
I believe
4
so.
o'clock?
We're at 4:30 here. Where are you at?
I thought
going on 10, 9.
I thought it'd be something like that. Because I've got another friend in America. She's called Brandy. She lives in Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, I'm right next to Ohio.
Oh, are you? All right.
Yeah.
Huh. What's that, Dan? You got a Vin Diesel now? I think Dan's saying you look a bit like Vin Diesel.
You got a Vin Diesel. That's great.
Yeah. So when's the next Fast and Furious due out, Richard? Are you going to be in it? Or?
We're me and that dude's dead, isn't he? The other guy, they're both dead, aren't they? Vin
Paul
Diesel
Walker.
and Paul Walker, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be dead. Yeah. Supposedly burned to death in a car accident thing on the main road.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying bad stuff in here. We can't get into that stuff there, Truth. I'm afraid you're not allowed to discuss that in here. I think we know what his game is. He's trying to get us banned. I'm not discussing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, the pit bulls. It's almost starting to get dark here. The light's starting to go. It gets dark somewhere between 9:30 and 10, I think. But this alley I'm in, as I said before, I've recorded loads of EVPs. You know what EVPs are, don't you?
Yeah, the voice phenomena.
Yeah, electronic voice phenomena. Some of them police body cameras pick up EVPs quite well, you know, on the soundtrack of the video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So if you get one of them, you can get a good one for about 60 quid or less. There's one called the Bob Love KJ21, and that one picks up EVPs really well. And it's got really good night vision. But yes, it's still best to get another infrared light to go with it, you know, an IR illuminator to enhance the night vision a bit, go further. You don't need it when you're pointing at yourself, though. Just the light on the camera is enough. But when you're pointing it forward and you're out in trees like this, you need a bit more light on the scene, you know, with the infrared. It needs to be boosted up a little bit, you know. So it's brighter and better for the viewers to watch, type of thing, you know. I make my own little brackets, you know, them little phone clamps for putting the phone on a selfie stick and that. The little spring-loaded things you clamp the phone on.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I get one of them and I put the little body camera in that and then wrap a couple of elastic bands around in case it falls out. And then you screw that onto a little bracket and then put it on a little selfie stick thing.
Yeah.
And then you can fit your light, the extra light on the end of the bracket to go with it, to line it up. That's what I do. So that doesn't cost too much. You can get cheaper little body cameras than that, you know, like 30 quid and stuff. Some of them don't have a screen on, though. Got to watch out for that.
Yeah, you can go on Timo and Wish and get anything you want for $5.
Yeah, there's quite a few things on there.
Good.
Yeah, that's it. It's best to look at the reviews on YouTube, but you can't always find a review for the particular camera you want to, you know, what you want to check out.
Yeah.
Some of them are on there. I've got a night vision camera with electronic image stabilization. It's the only one I've got with stabilization on it, and it's called an Audro M5, but that one's a bit more expensive. Have you seen them DJI gimbal cameras, little pocket gimbal cameras?
I think I know what you're talking about.
They're like narrow, little small things. They've got a 3-axis gimbal camera on the top. It like goes sideways like that and up and down. And you spin it around.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one of them, only it's got a bigger screen on it. The screen folds out.
All right.
If you've ever seen the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, that's got a screen that folds out, but it's not as big as the one on the Audro. And the Audro one has night vision with the stabilization with the 3-axis gimbal. So it's handy, you know?
Yeah.
What's that? Third Reich. I'm not getting into that stuff, Random. You're trying your best. You're trying your best to try and get us banned from YouTube. I know what you're doing. Yeah. That's probably that girl I was on about. She's trying her best to just mess things up. She's a criminal. She's up to into criminal activities.
There's ways that you can talk about it that won't get you kicked, but that stuff is horrible.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to take the chance.
Murder and all that's not something you want
to. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, when you're talking about ghosts and stuff, them topics do come up.
Oh, you know, yeah. I mean, it's there, but
yeah,
it's always implied when it comes to dealing with the dead. But
yeah, that's right.
Mass genocide isn't necessary to talk about.
Yeah, I know. Well, I use Christianity for protection against evil spirits and demonic entities. So you got to have faith, right? That's what I use it for.
My opinion on Christianity is that it would be nice if there was a God out there. And if there is, then that's awesome.
Yeah. So where are you from, Random? You don't know this random guy here? Or a woman? I don't know. Cheers, random.
Hey, honey, can I see a lighter? Thank you.
So you're not actually in the city, are you? You're outside of the city, like further away from New York City?
No, I'm in New York State.
All right.
I live out in the middle of nowhere.
All right. So it's nowhere near that Calvary Cemetery or Calgary, I forget the name.
No, nowhere known.
All right. Have you ever been there, though?
What's that?
Have you ever been to the I think it's Calgary or Calvary Cemetery? It's on two sides of the main road. It's a massive cemetery.
I don't think so. There's lots of cemeteries like that around New York, though. In like the Rochester area, there's one that's really big that goes across 3 different streets, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
There's one in my hometown, Binghamton, that goes across two different streets. Well, there's multiple that go across the street and take up large hills.
All right.
In Binghamton.
Well, the one I'm on about is in Queens, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Queens is about 4 or 5 hours away from me.
Is it? All right. It's quite far away then. Yeah. There's a few videos on YouTube where people flew their drone over the Calvary one. And it's in a few films. It's in Cadillac Man with Robin Williams at the start of the movie, and it's in Cruel Intentions on the opening titles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's also in Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and John Voight. They go to visit someone's grave in that cemetery as well. Yeah.
Calgary Cemetery.
Yeah.
Have to check it out. My buddy Fonzie, he's from New York City.
Is he?
We used to go out there every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I haven't been out there in years since I lived in Pennsylvania. Honestly, I was closer living in Pennsylvania to New York City than I am living in New York.
All right. Yeah. My screen's dimming again. I'm going to see if the screen goes. Oh, it's gone off. I can't believe it. Why would that happen? You got any idea why your screen would dim and go off while you're on a live stream? It's supposed to stay on, isn't it?
I believe so.
It normally stays on. Dan, do you have any idea why my screen would go off like that? It's supposed to stay on when you're busy doing something like a live stream. It shouldn't time out.
Just technical difficulties.
Yeah, it must be. Dear me. I'm going to put my light on if I've got enough power in my power bank. It's getting a bit dark, yeah, like.
Not religious.
41%. Button. Alright, put the lights. I've tried to put the light on, but I've only got 41% on my power bank left. Oh no.
Oh, there you go.
Because I was powering my phone off it as well because I didn't have my phone fully charged. Well, it's supposed to be a good one, Dan. I got it because it was supposed to be fast charging, but it's slow as hell. Somebody lied somewhere on Amazon reviews. Yep. You don't own a projector, do you, Richard?
No, I used to. I don't like them. Right. They get black holes in the middle of them.
Black holes? What do you mean?
You got to replace like something in them. I don't know what it is, like an element or something in them. Maybe the bulb or something. But the last 2 that I bought, they ended up with a black splotch in the middle of the screen.
I think you're talking about the projectors that take like a halogen lamp. I've got some of those. I've got a 4K one that takes one of them. But you can get LED ones with LED lamps, and they're supposed to last like between 30,000 and 60,000 hours. But the thing is with LEDs, they're not quite as bright as the halogen ones, but they last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just got a new one the other day, projector, and it's really good. But the first one I got was the same model. The lamp stayed on for like 2 minutes, then went off and didn't come back on. But when I bought it off eBay, it says opened but never used. I think they lied through their teeth. It was probably faulty. And then at a
Probably.
job, it says no returns accepted, but I've managed to get them to accept the return, but I haven't sent it back yet. But I've got the same model again off Amazon, brand new, and it works fine so far. So just got to send the other one back. Hopefully get my money back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Your power bank, Dan. I don't know. It's like, it says, no, it's 2000 mAh. 2000 mAh. But I've got another one in here as well, but it's not fully charged. So if that one goes off, I've got another one here. This one, it's like a gold one. And this one's got 58% left on it. So it's not fully charged. This one takes ages to charge as well. So, yeah. Do you own any video cameras there, Richard, or do you just use your phone?
I just use my phone.
What sort of phone you got?
What is it? Galaxy A16.
Ah, is that one of the recent ones?
I think it's newer.
All right, because the Samsung ones have the extreme ultra wide lens on the video camera, don't they?
I don't know. I got this is my camera.
All right, so it's got 3 cameras on it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Pretty fancy.
Well, most of the Samsungs have an ultra wide lens on the video. I've got one myself in the house, but the battery's a bit shot on it because I got it second hand. But it doesn't seem to have
a phone with less than 2 cameras in the back. I don't think I've owned a phone with less than 2 cameras in the back in like 3 or 4 years.
All right. Well, the one I've got, the Samsung I've got, it's got quite a wide camera, wide lens on the video. But I don't think it's got proper stabilization on the wide angle lens. It's a bit shaky. So that's the only bad thing about it. Dan, it does say 20,000. Look, I don't even read it. Can you read that? Is it coming out right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. 20,000, whether it's accurate or not, I don't know. Because some of these Chinese companies lie about the specifications on things, don't they? Like the projectors and the lumens and the lamp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, through their teeth.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cheap projectors. It says 4K, and then it says 30,000 lumens or something, and it's like, it's only like 150 lumens and 720p resolution in reality. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad, Dan, but it's gone down a bit because I've been powering my phone the whole time I've been out.
Well, he says it must be a good one.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm sure there's better ones out there, though. More expensive ones. Do you go on many other live streams on here, Richard?
No, this is my first one.
All right. So I've been on the guest thing on the camera before?
No.
All right. I've been on one other live stream on here on the camera that was an auditor called Taking Our Rights Back. You know what auditors are? Like Long Island audit and all that?
Oh, yeah. I like watching the audit. I have a lot of audit live streams. Well, 2 or 3 of them, not a lot.
All right. So which auditors do you follow?
I'm not sure. I would have to go on.
All right. Have you heard of Accountability for All?
No. By name, I wouldn't recognize or be able
All
to.
Right. He's over in your country as well somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. And I think Long Island Audit's the most popular one in your country. He's the most famous, I think. Long Island Audit.
I know there's a new auditor right now who's going around and he's auditing like the government buildings.
All right. You don't remember his name?
No, I can't remember his name. I know he's a bald guy. He's a bald guy, and
Right.
he's real aggressive with the police. I like it a
All
lot.
right.
I think it's hilarious. They'll buck up to him, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, "No, you're gonna listen to me, sir."
Yeah.
And then he puts his black gloves on and stuff.
All right.
And
There's one I watch from America called First Amendment Protection Agency. He does the biceps thing pose when people kick off, saying, "Hey, what are you recording me for? You don't have my permission." He does this on camera
oh yeah,
with him in the background.
I think I've seen clips of that.
Yeah, he's good. He always hangs around outside these places, where they're selling their cannabis and stuff.
Yeah.
And he waits for them to come out. And they always come over to him. What the hell is that? A pigeon or something. They always come over to him and start kicking off. Some people have even attacked him physically. Someone came at him with a baseball bat, swinging a baseball bat at him. And they smashed part
I
of his.
saw somebody doing an audit outside of a cannabis
Yeah.
store not too long ago, and nobody was happy about it. There's not a lot of people who are happy about it.
Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, what's the difference between 30 cameras in a store and 4 cameras outside of it, and then one dude just standing there recording you? Like, who cares?
Yeah, I think people forget about those cameras because they're not like on their eye level. They're like up there somewhere, so they don't take much notice of them. But when they see someone holding the camera and it seems to be pointing in their direction, suddenly they have a big problem with it.
But how many of your constitutional rights do those cameras infringe upon when you're in America, as opposed to the dude who's just standing on the sidewalk recording you? What is he doing?
Well, it's not illegal to record in public, so that's how they get away with using all the CCTV cameras.
No, it's our First Amendment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but people don't seem to care about those ones. Just the people holding the cameras, like a lot of them go into the post offices and stand there recording, and everyone kicks. It just takes one person to kick off.
That's why there's auditors. That's why there's people out there fighting it, because there's a whole bunch of people who don't care about our amendments, about any of them at all.
And they're worried about losing their rights to record in public and stuff.
Is
if
it
they
not
don't use their rights?
Scary in the USA for problems because the carrying of weapons? No, I like being able to carry weapons.
So do you own a gun?
I'm not scared of other people with weapons either.
Right. So do you own a gun, do you?
Yeah.
All right. So what's that? You got another 357 Magnum like Clint Eastwood, is it?
No, I got a 30.
30 gauge or something.
No, 30. It's a brush rifle.
All right. I'm not familiar with them ones.
It's one of the best cowboy guns out there.
All right. Huh. I just know the 357 Magnums, and the most powerful hand in the world. It'll blow your head clean off.
357 Magnum is really light, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, 50 caliber is getting up there.
All right.
Desert Eagle is one of the 500 nitro.
All right.
500 nitro, I think, is the biggest round that there is in a pistol.
All right. Hang on. Dan, what do you mean your message won't go out? Where are you trying to send it out to? Like, I can see your messages.
The police are scary. I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't have guns a lot of the time, but they do. I mean, there's a lot of cops. I mean, I've seen more than a handful of videos of people in handcuffs getting shot in the head. So
yeah, me, that's not good.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I just realised the street light just in front of us has come on, but I didn't notice because it's got trees overgrown and around the top of it. Trees are blocking out the light from the street light.
But in that same manner, I would like to have a gun if somebody was to do that to me. So
yeah. I mean, this place where I am right now is a bit of a dodgy spot, in this back alley. It's a dead end down here. If anyone comes down here, there's only one way out, and that's forward.
What do you mean?
Kind of go that way.
Stuff, Dan?
Yeah. It's what? Blocking.
It says it's blocking stuff in the UK.
All right. Yeah, we're not really allowed to use guns over here. Some of the police have them, though. Some of them.
What would that be? Just like the SWAT force and stuff like that, or
Special? I forget what they're called now. Armed police unit or something. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. They've even been in Newcastle, where next to where I live, with guns on occasion.
You guys have a military, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not a supporter of all that stuff, though. I'm against violence and war and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a supporter of war, but I really can't say I see where it holds its necessary purpose either.
Yeah.
But it exists. There's something we can really do about it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that film by Michael Moore called Bowling for Columbine, where he was on about the guns and all that, and he was speaking to Charlton Heston in his house just before he passed away, actually,
I think the only movie I ever seen by him was Fahrenheit 9/11.
All right. Well, he did Bowling for Columbine before that one.
I did. I remember hearing about that movie, though. I've heard about it.
All right. Because Charlton Heston used to be the guy that was in charge of the National Rifle Association.
All right.
He was the head of the National Rifle Association. Charlton Heston. You know Charlton Heston from Planet of the Apes and stuff.
No.
I've
seen
Planet
of the Apes. I'd probably recognize him if I looked him up.
Yeah. I mean the original Planet of the Apes, from 1968 or something?
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever seen.
All right. He's the main actor in it.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was also in a spin-off of Dynasty called The Colbys. And several disaster movies. like Earthquake and stuff. Yeah.
I knew Michael Moore is, though. Michael Moore he's pretty famous right now.
Yeah.
Well, was.
Recently. He's an actor as well, Michael Moore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in a film with John Travolta. He was only in a small part. It was called Lucky Numbers with Lisa Kudrow and John Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa Kudrow's cousin or something. Or brother or something.
Man, you remember a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I quite like that film, the Lucky Numbers one. It was kind of like underrated.
Yeah.
It's where John Travolta rigs the lottery machine. He puts paint inside some of the lottery balls, the numbers on, so he can get the right numbers coming out when the numbers are drawn. He fills them full of paint. He squirts it in with syringes, so they drop out the numbers he wants, so he wins the lottery. Still super warm here, even though it's getting dark now.
Yeah, I see it's getting pretty dark there.
Yep.
In the past, loads have been killed with guns. Yep.
Yeah, it does happen.
Ain't nothing we can do about that, buddy.
No.
Loads are gonna continue to be because of disagreements.
Yeah.
Wish we could talk it out.
I know. Because the government's trying to get rid of the guns, aren't they?
No, they're trying to get rid of our guns. They're trying to advance their weaponry.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing some of it on news clips where someone's saying, there's no way you're going to take our guns away. Some of them were saying or something like that. I forget.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why would we? Nobody's taking my guns.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I'm in favour of that though. Supporting, like, they shouldn't take your guns away.
not if they can have it. No.
Yeah, because they'll be the ones left with the guns, and you won't have any.
That's
Bit like us over here.
right, but you guys aren't. Or how bad of a position are you in because of it? Is it
Yeah.
really? I mean, it kind of leaves the public in a weak state, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah, I
if
know.
we're really to pop off, if another country were to come over and start problems with you, then what are you going to do yourself on homeland?
Yeah, I know.
You're going to wait for somebody else to come along and,
Yeah.
maybe you got a steak knife or something like that. Or what do they got over there? You guys got salt guns, don't you? For like home protection or something like that. It shoots like a salt bullet.
I've never heard of them, actually. That's the first time I've heard of them.
Yeah, there's something over in the UK that it's a pistol. I don't know if they're allowed to look like pistols in your guys'
Oh,
country, but there's a thing that shoots out. I don't know if it's a pepper bullet or a salt bullet. I think it's like a concentrated salt powder that shoots out of this bullet, and it like restricts the breathing of
yeah.
the whoever's in your home.
All right, I didn't know about them. I only know about air rifles and air pistols and stuff. Shoot little pellets and things.
Yeah, BB guns and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That won't
What's that?
stop anybody.
Yeah, not much. What's that about Get Carter, Dan? Sylvester Stallone remade that film, didn't he? With Michael Caine was in it in a small part, I think. Yeah. Yeah, some of it was shot in Trinity Square in Gateshead when they knocked the multi-story car park down.
What's
In
that?
Trinity. You know the original Get Carter with Michael Caine? You heard of it?
No.
Old gangster film. It's famous over here. Sylvester Stallone did a remake of it in about 2000 or 2001.
All right.
And he played the Michael Caine part, but it was set in America instead of over here. The film was shot near where I live in the northeast of England, Gateshead, Newcastle, places like that. And there was a multi-story car park in Gateshead town centre, city centre. And there's a famous scene where Michael Caine throws somebody off the top of the car park and he falls to his death. And that was an infamous scene in the film. So there's some controversy when they decided to demolish the car park, the multi-story car park, because it was infamous for that film, the Get Carter film. And a lot of fans were like not happy about that, you know.
Huh.
Oh, the screen's going again. All right, didn't know about that, Dan. Like I say, the first time I've heard about salt guns.
Yeah.
Good evening, Melanie.
That's my fiance.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, I had no clue.
She's being a nut.
Did you know she was coming in?
I had no clue. She
All right.
surprised me.
Is she behind you?
Yeah.
I thought so. I saw an arm waving in the background.
Yeah, she's waving.
All right. Well, hello, Melanie. I need a drink with. What do I do with my bottle? Bottle. No. The other one's empty. I did have a bottle of water. I just fell off. Disappeared. Oh, it's in there. It's empty. Another one.
I thought I turned it away.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. I turned it away from you.
You're crazy.
Dogs.
Will
Your
they?
dogs are vandals.
If my dogs do something, if my dogs do something wrong in the U.S., they get shot.
All right, that's not good.
No. They're assholes when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Dan, you just made dogs sound like they do graffiti on walls and stuff. Spray painting the place. That's what I was thinking. Dogs don't care about trespassing, though, do they?
No, they don't have a concept.
Yeah, I know. Mind you, I'm a bit similar to that when I go in the cemeteries. If they leave the gate open, I'm in. You know what I mean? Even though you're not supposed to be in after closing time. But I got permission off the guy that locks the place up. And so that guy as well, he said he works for the council. He caught us in there in the dark. And he says, you're not supposed to be in here. He says, you can't come in here after 8 o'clock. You can't stay in the cemetery. But I says, I got permission off the guy that locks it up. He says, that doesn't matter. He says, you're not supposed to be in here. It says on the sign next to the gate or something like that.
Yeah. I kind of like that when it comes to dumpsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like dumpster diving. Get a bunch of free stuff.
I'm probably gonna get going for something to eat in a minute. You know, I've not speak. I haven't even had my dinner yet.
Yeah.
See, I can't talk properly. I haven't eaten. I've only had like a cereal bar thing. That was it.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, very welcome. Thanks for coming on. Hope you have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, you have a good night too, buddy.
Thanks, and Melanie as well. Right then. Dan, I'm going to have to head off and get something to eat. It's like 1 minute past 10, I think. Plus, the ghosts are going to start coming out in a minute. Just kidding, like, in the alley. But anyway. Ugh. There's some right bruisers in this alley, you know, in spirit world type bruisers. But, yeah, I've seen your dogs, Dan, on the pictures, yeah. I can't make out the last word, the dollar signs in the way again. So I'll have to, if you type something else, I'll be able to see the last word of the sentence. It's daft the way they've got that dollar sign over the words, like. Right then, I'm going to pack my stuff up now. I'm going to have to end the stream, Dan, for the minute, because I need to get something to eat. I should have got me dinner before now, actually, to be honest with you. Ooh, something's in the trees here. What is it? Is it a bear? No, it's a bird, I think. It's just a bird, not a bear. I don't think there's many bears around heaven. But there could be one or two, you never know. So I'm going to say good night for now, Dan, and anybody else is still here. I'll go and get me dinner. I was going to go to Aldi, but it's too late now. It's shut. Typical. Anyway. There's none open 24 hours around here. You have to go to Bolden. It's quite far away from here. I'd never last the journey. I'd die of starvation on the way, I think. Pretty much. Are you still there, Dan? Are you already gone? Well, if you're already gone, you won't be answering, I guess. Right, good night then. I don't think Dan's still here. Good night to everyone that's still watching. Hope you have a good night. I don't think I'm coming back on the night, but you never know. If I do, I didn't plan it. I've had a few streams tonight, actually, and a few technical problems. So thanks very much for coming in, and I'll catch you all next time. So good night, and bye for now. I'm going to get something to eat.